Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Don't tell me to get my shit together. What do you take me for, a dung beetle? Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang.
Who was that?
That was Elvis Cholesterol Stello. Elvis Cholesterol Stello. I may have just wanted to say Elvis Cholesterol Stello. I don't know that I like the catchphrase all
How
that
does it
much.
feel now that you said it?
Not good. I kind of lost my way in the middle of it. But hey, I brought it all back at the end.
You sure did.
I sure did, yes. Welcome to the show, Comedy Bang Bang 4. This is our fourth of 4 best of episodes, a yearly tradition that I would not do without. And
Could not do without.
no, I would not do without.
Would not, could not.
If we didn't do these episodes, I would not do these episodes.
I feel much the same.
Scott Aukerman here, and we're coming up on New Year's Eve in a few days, so that's exciting.
A new year. Maybe this year will be different. Maybe
Different than what?
be different than last year was, this past year.
Maybe. Probably be worse.
Probably.
Who knows? Look, there's a lot of joy to be had in life, and we hope that we're a part of that. If you enjoy the show, it's right there in the title. Enjoy? Joy.
Wait, what?
Joy is right there in enjoy.
Oh, you consider words titles.
Yeah, exactly. When they had to come up with a title for that feeling, it's a title. Yeah, it's a word. That's the title.
This is sound logic.
You know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying.
Language is all about communication, so if you know what I'm saying, then I've done my job.
Now, Laurie Anderson famously sang
Sure.
that language is a virus
O
from outer
Superman?
space. Yes, the same.
Okay.
She said language is a virus from outer space. Do you think that's true?
A virus from outer space. You
Yeah.
know, it is, I do have to say, it's a little weird that there's so many different languages.
Right?
You know what I mean?
It's impractical.
It really is, because you go to these different countries, and it's so easy to get to countries now. You just like hop on a little puddle jumper.
You hop on your private plane. You go right over there.
Right. And then you get off the plane, and suddenly everyone's speaking a different language. It's like, whoa, slow your roll.
Stay in your lane.
But if you could only speak one language, which one would it be? Because I'm not convinced it's English. English is not the most pleasant sounding language.
This is the thing. I think we need to vote on what the prettiest language is.
Some would say the Romance languages are pretty, but at the same time, do they have enough in them? And this is really a question for linguists and cunning linguists.
I think I get what you're doing.
Yeah. But are the Romance languages like Italian and Spanish, are there enough words in them to be poetic?
Because English has so many words.
So many words.
We took words from other languages.
Oh yeah, and we just adapt them. So there's so many different ways to say things. Now, I would say that people who speak English don't use a lot of them, including myself, and I don't even know how to pronounce half of them.
No, you're terrible.
Yes.
And I think that you have a learning disability.
I'm definitely not learning anything new.
I say we go back to basics and we do Greek or Latin.
Greek or Latin,
And
you
that's
think
what
so?
everybody speaks, yes.
But what about Chinese?
Too hard.
It's hard, but is it not
hard.
rewarding?
And it's not fair. Just because the majority of people are Chinese right now, then we're supposed to all do that one?
Look, I'm not saying that we all have to learn it. I'm saying that this is an alternate universe where just click, everyone speaks it. What is the most pleasurable to speak? Is it Chinese? I don't know that.
I don't know that's the most pleasurable
It's not the most pleasurable to listen to. I don't know. But maybe they love it. When you understand it, maybe it's like, oh my God, how beautiful that sounds. So they would say the Romance languages would be because they're so, buongiorno, they're just so wonderful to listen to.
Italian, I think, is an easy language to speak and also sounds very nice.
It sounds very, it's a fine line.
Porky pig.
That's
I'm
all,
Italian, folks.
Love it.
That's what it was before World War II.
And then they had to change it. Yeah, we hate them now.
Yeah.
Boy, how things change. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Am I right?
What does that mean?
I hate Italians.
You like Italian food, though.
Oh, love it. Oh, my favorite type of food. If it weren't Italians making it.
But you have American people make your Italian food.
Yes, of course. The most authentic Italian food. Paul?
Yeah.
New Year's Eve coming up and 2017 right around the corner. You just wrapped Bajillion Dollar Properties.
We sure did. We had a great time.
And new seasons of that coming out next year. That's exciting, right?
That's right. We had a ball. We had great guest stars. Our core cast is fantastic. I got to do more stuff on location this time than I did the last two seasons.
The last few seasons you were in the office primarily.
Yes.
Mainly due to scheduling but we had you for
kind of a scheduling thing.
Limited amount of time.
And also the storylines too just kind of made sense. And then I got to go out in the world with everybody, which was a lot of fun.
So you got to drive to Malibu.
Got to drive to Malibu for a really long time.
Yep. So was it worth it?
Well, that's where it's rated aside. It was worth it. I'll say that.
Okay. I believe you.
It was a blast.
Oh, I can't wait to see him. Have
you seen any of it yet?
I haven't seen it. Next week, I will see my first couple of episodes, so I'm very excited by it, yes.
Were you going to direct at one point?
I was, and then my top secret project, which I believe has been announced already at this point, not of the time of the recording, but at the time of the release, I believe my top secret project that I co-directed then took up all my time, so I could not direct.
What is that sound?
Bolton.
Let's do this.
Why do you care so much about this stupid holiday?
I've got to stop him. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
But
and
I
this
really
was Mike Pence between two ferns.
Mike Pants. I think it's pants every time I hear it. Like, he's so ridiculous. What if his name was just Mike Pants? And we were supposed to call him... He's a guy who had a name of Pants.
Mike Pants.
He's like, hi, I'm Mike Pants. And we were just like, okay, let's make you vice president.
I think that life is sacred. My name is Mike Pants.
That's your into impersonating him?
I think if a woman gets punched in the stomach, she ought to have a funeral for a baby she might have had.
Oh boy, getting political.
I know. You know what though? We never talk about this stuff.
We never talk about it.
But it was very hard not to think about it all the time this year.
Yeah. Well, so poor us. Snowflake.
Boo-hoo. I'm in my safe space with my trigger warnings.
Look, what we're doing is we're counting down on this episode the top 3 Comedy Bang Bang episodes of the year. Now,
top 3 like you, me, Pepe the Frog. My personal top 3.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
So this is the big stuff. This is the good stuff. I hope you are, Paul. I hope you are. Now, you all voted on your favorite episodes of the year, and these are the big ones. This is the good stuff. This is what you wanted to hear. So
the big ones.
What do you? You're waggling your eyebrows up and down at a speed which I have not.
Big ones.
What are you trying to say to me right now?
Am I doing a sex thing?
Yes, you're talking about penis size.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't know what
you're talking about multiple big penises right now.
I don't know what things are.
You don't know what penises are?
Any things.
Can you look down? I think you have one.
Look at all this money I dropped.
And that cat.
Callbacks.
Guys, what do you say? Do you want to get to it?
What do you say, guys? Let's give them a second.
Votes are in.
Someone said Satan is king.
What?
Did you hear that?
I did not hear that. Someone said Satan is king.
You didn't hear very clearly in your headphones someone saying Satan is king.
I think that is just something that you're maybe hearing that doesn't exist.
I can't imagine.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you a paranoid schizophrenic?
I mean, define paranoid schizophrenic.
Oh, okay, sure. A person who has something wrong in their brain where they see and hear things that are not existing in the real world?
Okay, by that definition, I guess so.
Yeah, that's very specific, so yes, you are
Okay,
one.
Now
you're hearing things. You are hearing Satan's voice commanding you.
What is, I know we got to get to the countdown, but what is real?
Well, I'm not sure that you are.
I might be imaginary.
Because I might be a paranoid
Are you fucking
schizophrenic.
kidding me that I'm imaginary and I'm a paranoid schizophrenic?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
That's what I've imagined.
Stop imagining that.
It's a Westworld situation where I need you to have flaws in order to make you more real.
When do I get to wear pants instead of this dress?
I'm sorry, but never.
This is very practical.
I love you in the dress.
I love me in pants.
Let's just compromise at short shorts. What do you say? All right, let's get to it. Let's do the top 3. This is your number 3.
I like Westworld, by the way.
Number 3.
All right, this is number 3. And Paul, we've been talking about how early some of these episodes are from.
Scott, I've noticed it's a recurring theme in this countdown this year.
This is from December 14th of last year.
Is this the earliest one?
No, December 7th was the earliest one.
Day. Never forget.
Yes, never forget. But this is 1 week after that one. This is episode 391, Holiday Spectacular 2015.
These shows are always nuts.
Mm-hmm. We just had one two weeks ago.
That's right.
That was even more nuts than normal because almost everyone that I asked to do it said yes.
That's right. I think maybe one person didn't show up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally what happens on the holiday ones and the anniversaries is I'll put out a big email to a lot of people who are our favorite guests of the year.
Calling all cars.
And I say, hey, who can show up? And normally 1/3 of the people can show up. On the one this year, not the one that we're going to hear the clip from, but the one this year, everyone said they could, and one person did not. Mm-hmm. So we had 15 guests, I believe.
It was crazy. Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Anyway, but they're some of my favorite episodes of the year. They're just anything goes, and this one is no exception. This has you, Paul.
Hi.
Lauren Lapkus.
Sure.
John Gabris. Mm-hmm. Mike Hanford. Neil Campbell, and Will Hines.
I mean, that to me sounds good.
It sounds good to me.
That sounds good
to me. Now, obviously, let's address this. Obviously,
let's get it out of the way.
A lot of dudes, one woman.
I had no idea what you were going to say.
But that's what happens on these large episodes is I put it out to a large group of people and it's whoever can show up at that specific time. So look, the invites are going out. That's all I can say.
I think that's a good thing to point out about booking. If you don't know how these things work, no one gets paid for doing podcasts.
Yes. And it's not like we're sitting there and everyone comes up to us and says, we're always available, put us in your show. Right. And we can pick from anyone in the world.
Yes. Yeah. It's hard because a lot of times I go through the same thing where I certainly have an idea of who I would like to get for the show for any given episode, but you don't always get the person that is your first choice for that particular, because I think that your show and my show work in similar ways where you make these configurations.
You're trying to get a good group that will work together.
Exactly. Yes, and so you have in your mind, I'd love to get these people together at the same time, but it's very hard to coordinate everybody's schedules. And also you're dealing with people that are good people who are in demand, and it's hard to get people sometimes.
The fact that anyone makes time for the show is very touching to me. So I appreciate anyone who can show up. So in any case, this is a great episode. One of my favorites. I remember we did it and we were all like, hey, that was really, really good. And this is the first time that John Gabris got to play intern Gino on one of these big episodes. And
really?
He cracked the top 3. This is, I don't believe he was represented on the countdown at all last year. And
I kind of remember that, yeah.
We did a tribute to him and did a little best of some of his clips, and now he's been in the San Diego show and also
San Diego show,
and also this show, and more power to him, or white power to him is what I mean. Are we switching that yet?
I don't think it's official yet. I think it's like late in January.
But okay, so who do we got? We got intern Gino, and then we have Mike Hanford's playing John Lennon, and a lot of strange stuff. And then we have Lauren Lapkus is playing Ho-Ho the Elf. And I'm sorry that Lauren could not come back and play Ho-Ho at the end of the year this year, but she is in England for the next few months. And which is unfortunate. I'd love to hear from Ho-Ho, but we didn't this year.
When we were recording the holiday episode, I did look at my phone to see what time it was.
To see if we could call in?
Yeah, I almost...
It was a little,
It was like 10 of 9, and I thought, well, she's probably...
10 of 9. I don't know what that is.
9. And I thought she's probably not.
Yeah,
probably doing
doesn't
something.
want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So good.
No, I thought I wasn't looking, and I thought maybe that was another video that Cody was playing.
So good. We should play a game of we should turn around and we'll say, is it the other person or is it a Cody video? All right, Cody, do you have a video lined up? Okay, I'm going to turn around.
A video that could conceivably be one of us just in this room.
Right.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to turn around, and you guys decide amongst yourselves. I'm going to take the microphone, but I'm turned around. You guys decide amongst yourself whether it's going to be you, Paul, or a video.
Okay.
So it's our first, is it Paul or is it a Cody video?
Months, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain.
Okay, turn around.
Okay, turning around. Now let me think. Now you normally have a crackly, kind of a lot of room tone, crackly,
I have a lot
poorly
of-
recorded
Yeah.
room tone. When
I have
you
a lot
speak.
of butterscotch wrappers in my pockets.
Right. That's got to be you, Paul.
It was a video.
It was a video? Oh.
What was that video, Cody?
That was T.S. Eliot reading The Wasteland. Sure.
Oh, interesting. Hey, getting a little education.
He crushed it, by the way.
Fucking TS.
Fucking
You crushed that, bro.
Yo, did you see T.S. Eliot read The Wasteland? He fucking crushed it.
TS, you're my boy, man. You fucking crushed that. Just call me Tss. You don't like it?
That. Why did that bother me?
Well, because people call you Pft,
That's true. Some people do.
and that bothers you, I believe.
No, it's like the only thing that bothers me about it is that people think that they invented it.
Right.
And
They
it's-
say it like, hey, it's something I just
like,
thought of.
No one's ever said this before.
To be fair,
everyone said it before.
to be fair,
TBF.
they did invent it. They just don't know other people have invented it.
It's sort of like
They're not joke thieves.
No, not joke thieves. They're not the fat Jew. But
By the way, fat Jew, what's
by
next?
the way, fat Jew, what's next?
Fat Jew, what's next?
By the way, fat Jew, what's next? That is a great hook. They're just waiting for
someone remix that.
a bunch of song to be written around.
Someone please take it. Do what you will with it.
By the way,
Fat Jew, what's next?
Jew, what's next? It's good. It's good. By the way, fat Jew, what's next? By the way, fat Jew, what's next? By the way, fat Jew, what's next? It's good. It's good.
This is nice.
I don't see any problem here.
I sit under the apple tree and I find myself some shade. I pluck an apple off the branch and I feel like I got it made. I like apple tree, looks so good to me. You are red and brown, hope nobody chop you down. I like apple tree, looks so good to me. So green and brown, I hope nobody chop it down.
I'm standing at an apple tree and I'm wasting away the day. I'm living in an apple world and it's an apple kind of day. I love you like an apple friend, like apple wish that you would stay. So many apples that we can eat, and if you want one, you just say more apples.
I like apple tree, looks so good to me. You are green and brown, I hope nobody chop you down. I like apple tree out there, looks so good to me. You are green and brown, hope nobody chop you down.
You,
I would die for you, not unless you were made to you. I would die for you. Not unless you want me to, you. I would die for you. Not unless you want me to, you. I would die for you. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Great.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard the Apple Tree song?
Yeah, I was right here.
Oh, right. Wait, you were here?
Yeah.
You were listening to it?
And I just listened to the clip just now.
Oh, wait, you hadn't heard it before?
I don't listen to this shit.
You don't listen to this every week?
The fuck? Are you kidding me?
What are we doing this for?
I got better shit to do, man.
What do you have to do?
Kiss girls.
You're kissing a lot of girls?
Yeah, man. I'm out there kissing girls all the time.
Oh, man, I wish I was you. You're so cool.
I'm a pretty cool guy.
Paul F. Tompkins is here, and this is suspenseful, isn't it? Every year at this time of year, it just gets to be like, oh, God, I can't wait to see what it is.
My chest is constricting. My breath is short.
Hold on a second. Wait, is
My
your
left
arm numb?
is tingling.
Oh, no. I think you're having a heart
I love
attack.
this time of year.
Okay, do you think you can finish the episode before we need to take you to the emergency room?
Oh, let me eat that bread that you're toasting first.
Oh, no. No. Okay, we got to rush through this. All right, let's get to it. This is
time for the shitstorm.
Your episode number 2. Number 2. That's right, the second most popular episode of the year. This is from April. This is from a couple of weeks before that, or just 10 days before that last episode, the Paul Reiser and the Apple Tree. This is from April 18th.
Before that episode, April 18th. Okay. I think I have all the clues I need.
This is an episode called What Comes Out in April on HBO, the home box office.
That Bill Simmons show that got canceled?
No, every year, I mean, not something that got canceled.
Any given April?
It came in April. Game of Thrones does. Okay, but what comes on after Game of Thrones? You don't know, do you? Silicon Valley comes out.
Sure.
That's right. This is an episode called Silicon Valley Poo Crew. So for the second year in a row, Thomas Middleditch and Martin Starr and Kumail Nanjiani all got together to celebrate the premiere
Celebrate themselves.
No, more like I asked them to do the show a favor and they do it in order to promote their show. What do you think of that?
I think those guys are having a great time.
And you wished you were a part of it.
I don't. Of course I do. Of course I do.
Mm-hmm. You wished you were there.
The first one, Classic Jarl stopped by.
That's right. Yes.
You know?
So you were represented on that one.
I was represented on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Established in the Classic Jarl's lore was that he's number 12 on the Silicon Valley call sheet.
Yeah, very weirdly. What is going on with Classic Jarls? He has not been by lately.
No, I guess, his schedule just didn't sync up.
Classic Charles, of course, is someone that if you are recording your own show in the other studio,
that's right,
and you find out that Comedy Bang Bang is recording, you will burst in,
yes,
and do this character, which is only done for this purpose.
He is solely an interrupting character,
and mainly because his voice is very difficult to do.
It's very difficult.
He has a collapsed lung?
No.
He's a fencing instructor. I know
he's
that.
He's a fencing instructor. He's very patriotic and very religious. And he has the opening to his throat is too small. And so it's very difficult for him to push words out.
Right.
He also has very soft teeth, which makes it difficult for him to eat a lot of food.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also his tiny windpipe makes it very difficult.
He's on very briefly, and yet we know so much about him.
Yeah, it's a little more every time.
I'd love to hear from him again.
My favorite thing about doing Jarls is that I will often be walking in on a room full of people I don't know.
Yes.
Like I'll know maybe one or two people.
And they will not know you and wonder what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's exciting. It's a real high wire act.
Oh, it is. It's a lot like that. What was that movie where Joseph Gordon-Levitt
from Third Rock from the Sun?
Yeah. Go.
You're thinking of the movie based on the documentary Man on Wire.
Right.
And the movie version of it was called Wireman.
Other guy on different wire.
That's right. 50-50 chance of falling down to the ground.
Paul F. Tompkins is here with me, and this is exciting. We're going to do our number one live episode of the year of the tour. This is exciting.
I'm very curious to see what people choose.
Let's hear it. This is your number one.
Number one.
All right, you're curious as to what you think people voted the best live episode of the year is. What,
I don't know.
What
that
is
I'm
your
curious
favorite?
as to what I think people voted? I'm curious as to what people voted.
Wait, you're
Their
not
favorite live
curious
episode.
about what you think? I would be if I were you.
I wish I could compartmentalize my thoughts so well that I'm like, I wonder what I think about this.
Let me open up that secret
I'm
room.
curious to find out. Oh, my memory palace.
What is your favorite episode of the ones that we did? If you had to pick.
My favorite episode of the tour
Favorite stop.
was Atlanta. That was my favorite episode of the whole tour.
Why is that?
I did a new character.
You did the Contraptionaire.
I did the
as I recall.
Contraptionaire. It was exciting to do a new character, and
Lauren did Ho-Ho.
Lauren did Ho-Ho.
An old favorite.
That crowd was amazing. Drew Tarver was there with us. He did Donnie Gary, which I'd never seen before, and just delighted me to no end. We had
And
a nice dinner that night.
Nice dinner, and the venue was exciting to be in.
The venue was
The Tabernacle
so great,
in Atlanta.
So great. They treated us really well. Drew's family was there.
Drew's family
We
was
got to
there
meet them.
and got to see him destroy in front of a crowd.
He
It
killed.
happened twice to us. Neil Campbell,
Yes.
when his parents were there,
three times.
gave one of the best shows of his.
3 times.
Oh, that's right, because your family was there in Philadelphia, and you did which.
It doesn't matter.
Sorry,
guess
I
it's
can't
not
remember
memorable.
every
It's not
family that
memorable,
comes.
so- No, it's okay. You just couldn't remember.
Look,
there was
so
3
let's-
and you can remember.
Look, let's be honest. I'm thinking of us as like old guard, where something like that.
For the kids.
It's
I
for the
get you.
kids.
I get
That's what
you.
I'm thinking
I
of.
get you.
So
we're established geniuses.
So let's reveal what the number one episode is. May 11th.
Never forget.
Never forget. Atlanta. The listeners voted for our favorite tour
I was
episode.
curious to see what I would think about it, and now my curiosity is satisfied.
Because you know what you thought about it.
I like it.
That's right. This is the Atlanta tour stop. Just everything was just working really well. The Contraptionaire and I talked for a good long time, and then Ho-Ho came out and was very funny, and then Donnie Gary came out, and
It was a very Georgia-themed episode.
It was.
Because the Contraptionaire is a Georgia character from Savannah, Georgia. You were
Right.
born in Savannah, Georgia, and Drew is from Georgia.
That's right, and he was visiting his family there. So
And
yeah.
we were in Georgia.
That's the final piece of the puzzle.
I am never sad, for I'm always thinking of new contraptions in my brain.
What are you thinking of right now?
Well, right now, I'm thinking of a contraption that would free young hooligans from the inside of abandoned refrigerators, which they persist in playing inside of and upon.
And not miniature refrigerators.
And not mini fridge boxes.
No, these are full-size refrigerators that
Yeah.
maybe you could fold a Lisa mattress in half and cram it in there if you take out all the shelves and, of course, the produce that you have stored within it.
That's another good slogan. Lisa Mattress, don't crawl into our box and die.
That's what she said.
Well, you got me there. She did say it, and we had to address it. So you're thinking of a contraption to release these hooligans from these refrigerators?
Yes, I am.
And what would it, do you know the mechanism yet?
I can almost see it very clearly. I know that marbles would be involved. I think a ringing alarm clock. And I am guessing some sort of waterfowl on a tether.
Do you ever go to the machine shop and make parts for any of your contraptions?
The machine shop, he says. I will forgive you your adorable naivete, my friend. But the machine shop is no friend to the contraptionaire.
Because then it would turn into an invention.
It would turn into a machine, do you see? Machines and contraptions are two entirely different things.
Are you worried somehow about machines rising up? Is that why you don't want something to be a machine?
That will never happen, my friend.
Really?
The machines will never rise up because the machines lack a thing that is essential for rising up against human beings, and that is a soul A machine does not know that it is sad. It just knows that it has to perform certain tasks.
So meanwhile, humans are sad.
We're sad all the time. We're a very sad race of creatures. What a strange applause.
I'm very sad, yeah. My life is horrible.
I believe it was Shakespeare himself who said, what a piece of work is man.
Was it
Maybe
him?
he was talking about a contraption.
I think he was talking about a human being.
Yes, but that human being being a piece of work. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, he was talking about like a man.
He was saying people are contraptions. Anyway, I don't want to split hairs with you. I just want to impress upon you that my passion is making contraptions, and if I could, what I would love to do is once again slip the surly bonds of Earth and travel to outer space in a contraption of my own making.
You say once again?
It happened once by accident. This is like Philadelphia all over again.
Are you trying to say that you
have penetrated the inky blackness of outer space? Yes, sir, I am telling you that.
In a contraption of your devising?
In a contraption of my devising. I did not even intend for this contraption to go as far as it did. My sole desire, my goal, was to get high enough up into space that I could take a photograph of my beloved Savannah, Georgia. See it as our Lord does see it from on high in the celestial heavens.
Aren't there like astronaut pictures that
Yeah,
exist?
just Google it.
Oh, may I ask you a question? Did I take those?
I don't know.
Why would you bother taking a picture at all if there's Google, as you say?
Because you're taking a picture of something that there isn't a picture of, like your own birthday party.
Right, I see. So everyone, if anyone's ever taken a picture of you, you should forbid anyone else from ever taking a picture of you again. It's been done. Hey, if you go into the Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's most natural wonders and awe-inspiring spectacle, throw your camera in the trash can. This is a sound argument. I am being sarcastic for the sake of those audience members who are much slower on the uptake than we might be.
You're super condescending.
Am I, sir?
Not only to me, but to all of them.
Well, now, you will forgive me. I do not mean to condescend. I'm merely trying to elucidate my position vis-a-vis the photographic arts.
Oh, I love hearing it again like I was there yesterday. Good stuff. I wish we could do a top 15 of the live episodes. That would be fun.
I wish so too.
But we could only do 4.
Why? Who made that rule?
Me.
You.
Good shit though, huh? Fun tour.
Will we do a tour again ever?
I don't know. It's a lot of work and a lot of time, but very rewarding, I think, not only in terms of seeing the fans, but also an artistic, I think, achievement to do that many episodes.
It was very challenging in a great way.
Mm-hmm.
In a great way. I really enjoyed the pressure of having to come up with new stuff every show. Yeah. And I had a couple duds along the way where I was like, where I learned from that experience.
I did too, but I really did feel like it was a learning experience where every step along the way, I was like, oh, I'm getting better at this part of it, or I'm getting better at this part of it. And it really was one of those things where I felt like the entire tour, and it wasn't like we started slow and ended strong. It was maybe the reverse. No, it was, but it was, that first episode got a lot of votes, by the way, the Live from the Ace Hotel. That got
that was a good one.
That got a lot of votes, didn't crack the top 4, but that was a great one. And then we just went on that tour. I mean, it probably was a mistake for me to go from ending my TV show. The last day was the day before the Ace Hotel show, and then 2 days later on a plane.
That was dumb.
That was dumb. Yeah. Shouldn't have done that.
Live and learn.
Yeah, but I mean, we only had a small window that we could do it, and I said I would rather go immediately from the TV show into.
Also, I think the TV schedule had changed somewhat too. That maybe those things were not going to be quite so close together.
Yeah, a lot. It just kind of happened that way. But I really enjoyed it. That said, I do not think that we're doing it next year.
Oh, I'm not for sure.
Yeah, and maybe some festival dates along the way, but not an actual tour. That said, I do believe that you should do a Spontaneation tour.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this past year was so much travel that I'm not in any hurry to.
You did not only
take
did you
that
do
on.
39 Bang Bang dates, but you did Thrilling Adventure.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on, and it was all fun. But I think you got to manage your time.
Yeah, exactly. So let's take a year off,
Let's take a year
reassess,
off.
and then
make more things.
Yes, exactly. And who knows? Maybe in 2018, no one will care about Comedy Bang Bang anymore, and we'll be like, I can't believe anyone ever came to a tour of that anyway.
I fully expect my career to be over in a matter of weeks.
Really? What's happening in a couple of weeks?
I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, this is exciting. The number one episode of the year. Boy, what could it be? What could it be?
I know what it is.
You do know what it is?
Yeah.
How did you know?
You want me to just say?
Yeah. Did you hack into my emails?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back with more Comedy
I'm
Bang
Julian
Bang.
Assange.
Comedy Bang Bang. This is it. We're here with Paul F. Tompkins, and we're going to be balls deep in a second.
BD.
Wouldn't you?
In a sec.
BD in a hot sec.
Oh, we're so close.
We're so close to being balls
Do you
deep.
know that song, Last Christmas, I Gave You My Heart?
Yeah, sure.
The
I know
very
it
next
very
day,
well. You gave it away? Yeah. So, like, now he has to date?
Yeah. What is this weird
He's
arrangement?
been enslaved?
Yeah, I guess we're dating now. What?
What? All right.
Yeah, I got your heart from this asshole.
Seems unfair. Oh, well. But hey, a gift is a gift.
What about threw it away? You know what I mean?
Yeah, George,
Come
do
on,
one more pass.
George.
One more pass. Although it doesn't sound as musical. I threw it, you threw it. It doesn't sound as good.
You tossed it in the bin.
Terrible.
Terrible.
All right, guys, this is it. We are at it. This is our number one.
I can't believe this. Number one. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. This is the number one episode of the year, voted by you, the listening public. And we had a lot of great episodes this year. And I believe every once in a while, an episode will get a lot of votes because and I've talked about this on previous best ofs, it has a very easy to understand title that is representative of what the episode is. And people like the episode,
right?
But it's easier to vote for something when it has a simple title where you go, "Oh yeah, that episode. I love that one."
Remember exactly what it was.
Weirdly enough, almost mandatory. No way of even knowing what that episode.
I've already
is.
forgotten what it is.
Yeah, it was Jason Mantzoukas and Thomas Middleditch,
There we
I
go.
believe. No idea what is in that episode or why it's called almost mandatory, and yet it got a lot of votes. So maybe my theory is for nothing. But this is an episode from March 7th. Episode 406. So, boy, right after 400, 401, 402. I mean, that stretch was a really good stretch. Mm-hmm. This is an episode called Kid Detectives 2.
Okay.
What is wrong?
Sounds funny.
You didn't make the number one episode this year.
That's cool. Hey, man, it's great.
You're the number one live episode.
Sure.
And
paywall.
And you're the number three. You're on the number three.
Number three.
And you've been on this countdown now, 8 times?
It's great.
I apologize.
No, nothing to apologize for. You don't have to apologize for anything.
We'll try harder next year.
I wish I could make more effort. I wish I could.
Yeah, but it's just physically impossible.
It's physically impossible.
Look, I have to say that so many of the live episodes would have beaten a bunch of the top 15 episodes. Don't you think?
No doubt.
If all of them were if everyone heard all of them and it was just comparing.
Yeah, there'd be a parade for me.
I don't know about that, but I would say that a lot of those live episodes that we did would have cracked the top 10.
I know that there would have been a parade for me.
Okay, all right. So this is Kid Detectives 2. This is Lauren Lapkus and Thomas Middleditch. Right. And I got to say, one thing, to give a little shout out to Thomas Middleditch, he did 4 episodes this year. All he did were 4 episodes. 1 live and 3 in studio. His 3 in studio were voted on by all of you in the top 5. And his 1 live episode was in the top 3 of the live episodes.
So what are you trying to say? You're looking at me saying this.
I'm just saying that he was like an assassin. By the way, I have to look at you when I'm talking to you. We're not playing Paul or Cody video.
It was great though when we did.
It was really good.
That was a good round.
But what a record! I mean, that's like batting 1,000 in a way. You know what I mean?
Must be satisfying.
Stop this character. We're celebrating. We're celebrating these people.
Let's celebrate Thomas because I don't think he's been celebrated enough. This poor guy. Let's give him a break. Finally let this be a good thing in his life.
Come on. You and I have been Thomas Middleditch fans for a long time.
I loved him since Improvised Shakespeare Company.
Improvised Shakespeare Company, we saw them many years ago. All those guys are great.
That's right.
So and here's another fact. When I did Bonnaroo, the Bonnaroo Festival, we did a live sort of hybrid stand-up comedy Bang Bang and improvised comedy Bang Bang thing with James Adomian and Thomas Lennon and Reggie to celebrate the 2nd season of the TV show. When I did Bonnaroo, all the Improvised Shakespeare guys were there and said hi to them. And, I'd been seeing them at a few festivals and I was always saying, oh, guys, I think you guys are so funny. But I did not know Thomas, really, other than, hey, you're in this Improvised Shakespeare Festival. You probably don't know my work. Somehow in the Bonnaroo Festival, we had to leave at 4 a.m. to get to our plane. Okay. And so we all gathered in the hotel lobby. And I tell you, the after party was still going on in there.
Ugh. That made me so tired.
But it was 4 a.m. and our car does not come. The Bonnaroo person that they sent, the Bonnaroo intern does not come. 4:30 doesn't come. At 4:30, I call the helpline that they give you. Guess what isn't working at 4 a.m?
The helpline?
The helpline in order to help you with your travel arrangements. Yeah. That's right.
Probably the person who mans the helpline was 2 feet away from you at the bar.
Probably. So no one's answering, and we're like, we are going to miss our plane. By the way, this is in the middle of in Tennessee, I believe Bonnaroo is, right? And
I do not know.
Okay, and this is in the middle of nowhere, kind of, and not a place where cabs are. And to call a cab, we tried calling a cab and they were like, we can get there in like 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
So, and no one will answer the helpline. And lo and behold, we see Thomas come down the stairs. It's like 4:45 in the morning. He's going to the airport, not through a Bonnaroo, but HBO, because he's on Silicon Valley, has hired him a car in order to get him back to the set as soon as possible. And there are like 5 of us, and we say, and I don't know him, and I'm like, Thomas, are you going to the airport? Do you think you could take all of us in your HBO car? Right. And he was like, of course. And we all jumped into the car. Super nice. We got to the airport in time and did not miss the flight. So that's a little Thomas story. But because I was reminded of the Improvised Shakespeare Festival, we're a big fan of his. If anyone
Improvised Shakespeare Company.
Yes.
This is
a company, yes.
Well, but it's like this group of guys that are really great at doing this thing. It's not like a big event where they are just to give them proper credit.
Yes, exactly. It's like, how many people are in it? 5? Or
I think like
there's a rotating
total. I think it's like maybe 6 to 8 guys.
I've been on their website recently. Yeah, there's like a rotating group of people,
and they do 4 at a time when they do a show.
Right. Yeah. It's one of the greatest. Believe
tremendous.
We've talked about it. If you're ever at a festival or where they're putting on a show, a great night. at the theater, and you'll laugh a lot. And I went in a little skeptical, kind of going, how good can this actually be?
Yeah.
Improvised Shakespeare. And not only do they nail the humor part of it, but they also do such specific things to Shakespeare.
It's incredible.
It's really incredible. So, if anyone can be on a big popular HBO show, I'm glad that one of those guys is. So, good on him. And what a record this year! 4 episodes and all four of them in the top 5. This is Kid Detectives 2, the sequel to Kid.
We didn't even do the clip.
No, we haven't. This is the sequel to the Kid Detectives episode where Lauren and Thomas just improvised these young characters. And so let's hear it. This is a crazy episode. They are, of course, JJ and Murphy O'Malaman. And they are child detectives. That's all you need to say. Here we go. This is your number 1 of the year.
Number 1.
So, what is the new case? I want to hear about this case.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Ah, jeez.
Well, it all started when a crying mother came to us that her babies had been stolen.
Yeah.
Babies?
She knocked on her door crying, saying her babies were stolen.
Yeah.
She was cradling air.
Yeah. She said everything was going normal. I was at the hospital. I shit out my pussy.
Wait.
And then the turds turned into babies, and then they were gone.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So, was she trying to explain the concept of childbirth to you, and you didn't
she
understand
just was
it?
explaining where she was and what
this
happened.
is verbatim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Scott,
Everything
you
was
do
going-
know that a girl gets pregnant, then poops out her pussy.
And then the turds turn into little babies, and that's you and me.
I really wish you wouldn't say the word or that word. Use a
What
medical
word?
term. Pussy.
He's afraid to say it.
What a virgin.
Wait, are you not a virgin?
No way! I'm 11 now.
And I'm 11 too.
Who have you had sex with?
My sister.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to talk about this. Okay. New topic. So this woman.
Don't you want to know what we thought of it?
Yeah,
all right.
Do you want to know our review?
All right, guys. What'd you think of it? Quickly. We don't have a lot of time to get into this.
I thought pretty good. Could use some work.
Yeah, ditto.
Well, you guys are new at this.
Well, we had fun. It was pretty comfortable.
You guys know each other really well, so there's not that.
I mean, I wasn't embarrassed in my body or anything.
Okay, all right. Enough of that. All right, let's. That's not why you're here. And this new
I
case.
thought it was really nice. We hugged at the end. We watched a movie right after.
Yeah,
what
Fern
movie?
Gully.
Fern Gully. Was that a legend?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You think it really happened?
Oh man, your brain's weird.
Yeah, more like mush.
All right, guys. So let's get to why you're here. No, I mean why you're here is Ireland. Let's get to.
Okay, so we knew she had a real problem, and we had to figure it out. So we immediately got our notebooks, our caps, our little glasses, and our galoshes on in case anything started to rain.
Yeah.
Like the
In case
sky.
anything started to rain. Okay.
Yeah.
What else has started to rain in your experience other than the sky?
Eyes.
Mommy's pussy.
Oh God. Guys.
It's true. It's true.
I had to get an umbrella.
Okay, guys. This is I'm starting to regret. This is not that kind of a show.
It's not?
Who's your daddy?
Don't bring him up.
Why? At the last time we talked, he was still around.
Yeah, well, he is no good.
Yeah.
What happened?
He told us he got some lady pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
What lady?
I don't know.
Some girl,
Said she
hair,
was going to have
lips.
twins.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Whoa. What are you saying?
Are these cases connected?
Huh? What do you think you are, gumshoe?
Yeah.
Back off the beat.
You smoking grass in your butt?
In my butt?
That gets you high faster.
Yeah. Well, that's probably true.
We know. We've been toking since forever.
If you can puff in with your butt, you're an expert toker.
Yeah, I've seen it online. My favorite website that I watch before bed is a little website called efucked.com. EFUKT.com.
All right.
Everything on there is super fucked.
All right. They're going to appreciate the plug. But guys, look, I think these cases are connected. I mean, your daddy said he got someone pregnant who was going to have twins. This woman just had twins, and they're missing.
Twins. Two kids. You and me. Are we her babies?
No, you're not her babiys.
Wait,
wait.
We were stolen?
How long ago did this woman say it happened?
About 11 years ago.
12 years ago?
Wait, 11. One and one. Two. Twins.
Two kids.
We gotta go to Alaska.
We do.
I knew it. I told you it was in Alaska.
What does 2 have to do with Alaska?
Oh my God.
Ever seen the shape of Alaska?
Oh,
it
is
looks
it the shape
just
of
like the number 2.
With a big bubble and swirly lines around it.
Yeah. Plus, there's only 2 big mountains there.
Yeah, and only 2 types of snow.
Yeah, white and brown.
What about yellow?
Yellow is brown.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the same tone palette.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's like you've never even been to the Home Depot and looked at the color swatches.
I don't know what to do with this guy.
Oh, man. Hey, stick to hosting radio, bub.
Yeah, stick to your radio day job,
I am sticking to it. I'm doing it right now.
You are?
Yeah.
Are we on the radio?
Whoa, hello.
Hello out there. Hello out there.
hello.
Hello out there.
Cool.
All right,
Wow,
guys.
I heard my echo.
Neato.
So wait, I thought that okay, so this happened, a woman walked in.
Yeah.
Well, she knocked on the door
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
of
not,
our bedroom.
She's not, yeah.
Okay. So
She was soaking wet from the rain
It
or a
took-
shower.
It took us a minute to get our clothes on
Yeah,
because we were
That was-
kind of in the middle of
that
something.
was the day we did it
oh
for
dear.
the first time of many.
Yeah. We love doing it.
All right. Okay. So
What? We love each other.
so this is not
What? Don't you have sex with your wife?
I do, but you guys are not your brothers, and I think you might be twins. I think you might be the same age.
Don't you ever jerk off in the mirror?
Why?
Because it's like looking in a mirror. We look the same.
Yeah. It's like seeing what you look like when you're jerking off. Aren't you ever curious?
Guys, this is not what the show's about, okay?
man.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of your
What?
history here. Look, why do you think that there are clues in Alaska, by the way? Before we get to the Ireland fact.
You want the truth?
Yeah.
You want the absolute truth with no beans about it?
Yeah, no BS, no filter.
All right.
The unvarnished truth.
Truth is, we heard our Pap Pap was going all the way up there.
Really?
Yeah.
He's taking a car.
Taking a car all the way. Yeah, that's a long drive, but you can get there.
And the truth is, he told us something in our ears right before he left.
Yeah,
Really?
real close, so it was hot and a little wet.
He said, I'm going to Alaska.
Is that your impression of your dad?
Yeah.
Is he an old prospector?
Yeah, he sounds like a.
Yeah,
he
he-
sounds like a.
Did he learn to speak from listening to the big Thunder Mountain Railroad
Yeah.
safety announcement?
Yeah, and you know why he goes like this?
Yeah, you don't
Because he
want.
only got one tooth in the front on the top and one tooth in the front on the bottom.
Yeah, and those teeth, he says, those are his gold testing teeth. He takes a little nug of gold and he puts it in his mouth and he tastes it. He says 100% pure just by tasting.
Just by tasting it.
And chomping it between the two teeth.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. Man, we sure do miss our old Pap Pap.
How often does this come up that he's testing gold?
More than you'd expect.
Well, first thing he tested was Mommy's wedding ring.
Really?
And she died.
Okay, so he tested it before she died. And what were the
He
results?
tested it after she died, when it was off her muscled body.
Yeah.
Muscle bone.
Yeah, I mean, we had to have some help taking all our valuables off her body.
Because the skin went off, but the valuables stayed on.
Yeah, he also took out her gold fillings.
Yeah.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp, chomp.
He's mainly chewing on someone else's teeth, but
The wedding ring, he chomped on that, and it was 100% tin. It bent right in his mouth, right between the two teeth. Then he put it on his front tooth like a tooth ring.
yeah. I mean, man, our mom sure was a cheapskate.
Wait, she bought her own wedding ring?
Yeah, she insisted.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't there for it.
That's just what our dad said.
Legend has it.
That's just what our awesome dad said.
I miss Dad. I love the way he plays with us.
Yeah.
Doing a jig around us.
Yeah, spreading salt around us in a circle and consulting the bones. You remember consulting the bones? It's our favorite game. Screw life, screw Monopoly. We play consult the bones.
Let's play right now.
Okay.
You brought bones?
Yeah. Okay,
gotta
wait,
get ready.
what?
Okay.
Scott,
Oh
or
my-
Cotman. What do you want to know about your future?
Yeah.
When will I perish?
Okay. Whoa.
Are you sure you want to know?
Yeah, what do the bones say?
It doesn't look good, sir. Two bones. So wait, let me first explain it to the listeners. We had 12 bones. Yeah. All the bones fell off the table except for 2.
Oh my gosh.
They went into an X.
X marks the spot.
2.
2017.
What?
You're gonna die in 2017.
You're gonna get hit by two cars
running alongside each other. You'll be laying on the ground long ways. Like a hot dog.
Yeah. And then they'll run you over.
Oh my gosh.
The spirits come out of me.
And just because 2 bones are there, you think it's 2017? It could be 2018, 2000. I mean, it could be 2099 as far as you know.
No, sir. We're the ones who know how to read the bones.
Oh.
Sorry.
Have you ever consulted the bones before?
I've never consulted. Whose bones are those? Do you mind me asking?
You don't want to know. We do mind.
I actually do want to know, and I'm going to insist upon asking.
You want me to consult the bones to find out?
To find out whose bones they are? Okay, sure.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
What's it say?
Okay, these bones are President Barack Obama's.
What?
You know where he lives?
Where's he live? How many bones are on the table?
Washington Lane. The next clue is in Alaska.
Wait, I don't think so. Is there a Fort Washington Lane in Alaska?
No, but we just know that what it means is that.
Where did you get these bones?
Well, Michelle Obama called us up and said we had to hide these.
Yeah, she said we got a little bit too carried away.
And guess what they are?
Which bones are they?
Finger bones.
Finger bones?
So he's still alive. He just doesn't have real fingers.
Really? Does he have just like a floppy skin glove?
You call it floppy loppies.
Yeah. My favorite movie that I like to watch before bed is The Road. And do you remember the scene in the basement where you got those half-eaten people?
Sure, yeah.
Well, Michelle's been talking about how she wanted to recreate that with Obama.
Okay. I've been wondering why he hasn't pointed at anything in the last 2 years.
He's embarrassed.
Yeah.
It would look really foolish if he ever tried to point with one of those things.
Oh man, little floppy skin flaps.
Yeah, he just like sort of like.
Yeah, he waves people.
Guys, what was your home life like? Were you born in a home or were you born in a lab?
Well,
I mean, I know you were born in a toilet, but where were you raised?
the toilet was in a lab.
Yeah, well, we don't really know what you're talking about. Lab, home, whatever. Maybe we just describe what we saw growing up and you can tell us where we were.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, all white, metal tables,
Men with coats.
Men with coats?
radioactive turtles,
A rat who taught us martial arts.
slime pouring down the walls,
Porn. All access porn. Little
murder shows.
murder shows. Little granola bars for whenever we did something right. A maze Wednesdays.
Is that it?
Casual Fridays.
Oh, casual. What'd you get to wear on Cash Fridays?
Only jeans.
No tops.
No tops, no unders, no socks, and no hats. We got caught with a cat or hat on Fridays. Boy.
Oh, man. Wait, what if the cat in the hat came?
He
on a
did
Friday?
on Christmas once.
Really?
Yeah, it was our
He
special
came
Santa.
all over the place.
Yeah, it was great. Oh yeah,
I miss Maze Wednesday.
Maze Wednesdays and the Sundays when we had to jack off all the cats.
Okay. Kid Detectives 2.
They did it.
They're insane.
They're insane people.
Lauren, Love you. Wish you had such a great time with you this year. Wish you weren't in England. We could be spending the holidays together.
You know what? I miss Lauren too. I miss her podcast on Fridays.
Yep. By the way, if you're a Comedy Bang Bang fan, the very last episode of With Special Guest with Lauren Lapkus
That's right.
was a lot of fun to do. You and I and Lauren all together in an insane episode that defies description, although many have tried.
They have all failed. They're failures.
They are.
They go home to their wives.
They're spineless worms.
Oh, and their wives know I married a failure.
But go check that out. That was the second anniversary episode. That
Generations.
Came out, about a month ago, Generations. That's a really funny episode. Maybe funnier than any of these episodes we've counted down from on this.
Well, I don't know. Thomas Middleditch isn't in it. All right, is that
the end of it?
That's the end of it.
All right.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I had a good time.
It was fun for a while.
Wow.
Paul, I want to thank you so much. I know you've been really busy lately and sick. You got a sinus infection, and
I did. Like at the tail end of the year, it kind of all caught up with me.
And we were traveling so much, and you've been filming a million episodes of Bajillion, and you've been working, and you've been doing your live Largo shows, and yet. And I know you've been you've been turning down stuff, and you've been saying no, I can't do this, no, I can't do this, and yet you reached out to me and said, I still have been making time to do the best ofs.
Yes, this was something that I had just always factored into my calendar from, it's just
one of those things.
Yes,
it's a tradition.
Thing, like, of course we're going to do that.
I enjoy it every year. I would rather not be doing this with anyone else. It's something that I look forward to every year, and I thank you so much for making time for it. For all of the guests on the show who have been on all year, I appreciate so much all of you donating your time to the show and your genius and coming out here and being super funny every week. And the show would not exist without any of you. For all of the engineers and staff here at Earwolf, aside from this,
with notable exceptions,
your hard work puts the show out once or twice a week, and we get to record it and just like walk out the door, but these guys have to sit there and snip it together for hours afterwards. So I really appreciate that. And most of all, the listeners. I can't believe we've been doing this almost 8 years now and people still give a shit. And not only that, but we did this live tour to, I believe, 40,000 plus people came out to see us.
Wow.
So incredible. The fact that people listen to this every week and enjoy it and care enough to vote on the episodes and get wrapped up in what's going to be number one. And, it's really meaningful to me that it still holds such a big place in not only people who, and a lot of people write to me and say, I've been listening since the old days at the radio station, but also new listeners every year who are like, I just found out about this. How have I not listened to it? It's so gratifying and rewarding to hear from you all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We could do the show without you listening, but why would we? We would just be recording it and putting it out. And then we'd look at the statistics and be like, no one's listening to this. We would stop.
It would be weird.
It would be really weird.
It'd be weird.
But I'm not saying we wouldn't do it.
No, I'm sure we would.
Because we're insane.
We're mentally ill people.
We really are. And I, as previously established, have a learning disability.
That's right. I'm imaginary. Scott, may I say to the listeners how much I appreciate the support that people have given me and the encouragement, and it is nice to know that the stuff that I do is connecting with someone, and I'm so grateful to be able to be a part of this show and this family, and to work with the people that I've gotten to work with, make new friends, and do exciting creative things with people. That tour was so much fun. And I'm extremely.
And we had a lot of people from Bajillion on the show this year, whom we got to know because of Bajillion, and people like Ryan and Drew and Tawny and Mandel and Tim and Dan. And have I left anyone out?
No, I think you got
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
They've been on the show a lot this year, and it's really rewarding to keep meeting these new people and going, oh wow, look at all these great improvisers, and then bringing them into the fold, and then new people like Zeke and Jessica McKenna, and Rhea Butcher was on for the first time this year, and has done 3 episodes. So it's great to have all these new people, and then our old favorites like Andy Daly and Nick Kroll, who have been on since the very beginning. It's really cool to be able to work with all these people over a long span of time.
Yeah. But thank you very much for having me be a part of this, because it means a great deal to me.
Of course. And thank you to the listeners. It means a lot. And hopefully you'll listen to us next year when we haven't promised to do another iRobot song, thank God, because that really came down to the wire. But we'll talk about Mr. Microphone.
Always. You can, like clockwork, every year.
Please send us any Mr. Microphone minutia you have.
If you have any news, we need it.
Recent Mr. Microphone news. Paul, thank you very much. And listeners, thank you very much. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks. Bye.